On the border between mythology and recorded history lies a mysterious text that has puzzled mystics, theologians, and scholars for generations. Known as the Book of Enoch, this document is attributed to the seventh patriarch after Adam and survives in ancient Ethiopian copies and fragments found among the Dead Sea Scrolls. It tells of the Watchers, celestial beings sent to oversee humankind, who became entangled in earthly passions, imparted forbidden knowledge, and produced giants that shook the earth. Tradition holds that these events led to a global judgment and a flood meant to erase their transgression. For centuries, readers treated the Book of Enoch as a moral fable or a warning against pride and disobedience. When examined through the lens of artificial intelligence, however, unexpected nuances emerge. What happens when a model capable of processing millions of patterns encounters a tale of fallen angels and secret teachings? Can AI detect a hidden code or blueprint of knowledge missed by human traditions? The possibilities expand, and with them, the sense that the past may not be what we thought. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel to keep up with investigations like this one. If you enjoy this exploration, please give the video some hype to help it reach more people. You're about to embark on a journey where modern technology meets an age-old story, an inquiry that asks whether the Book of Enoch is merely myth or a ciphered record of divine engineering. 2. AI analysis, findings, and patterns. When artificial intelligence parsed the Book of Enoch, it encountered a text composed of several sections: the Book of the Watchers, the Book of Parables, the Astronomical Book, the Dream Visions, and the Epistles of Enoch. Each section contains its own narratives but revolves around a central theme: the relationship between celestial beings and humankind and the consequences of their interaction. The AI focused particularly on the Book of the Watchers, which describes the descent of 200 heavenly beings. According to the text, these Watchers came to Earth in the days of Jared, swore an oath to uphold their decision, and took human wives. From these unions arose the Nephilim, towering giants who devoured the Earth's produce, killed animals and men, and eventually turned on each other. The algorithms uncovered a cyclical pattern in the narrative. It begins with heavenly order and ends in judgment. After the transgression, the archangels Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel begged the divine to intervene. God answers by sending a flood and commanding that the Watchers be bound in the depths of the earth until Judgment Day. AI noted that this cycle, transgression, chaos, judgment, and restoration, repeats not only in this section, but in other parts of the manuscript and across various mythological traditions. It acts as a moral algorithm. Each deviation from order triggers a drastic correction. One of the most fascinating discoveries emerged from analyzing the names and roles of the Watchers. The text lists 20 leaders among the 200 rebellious angels, each linked to a specific field of knowledge. Semjaza, their chief, teaches spells and herb cutting. Armaros instructs in the unbinding of enchantments. Barakiel transmits astrology. Kokabiel explains the constellations. Ezekiel reveals knowledge of clouds and meteorology. Arakiel covers the signs of the earth. Shamsiel outlines the cycles of the sun. Sariel unveils the course of the moon. And Azazel teaches metalworking and ornamentation, from forging swords and knives to applying cosmetics and pigments. Processing this data, the AI found a surprising correspondence between the Watchers' names and astronomical and scientific concepts. Kokabiel, for instance, shares a root with the Hebrew kokab, star. Shamsiel derives from Shemesh, sun, and Sariel connects to Yariach, moon. The knowledge assignments are not random. Each Watcher embodies an aspect of the cosmos or nature, as if the text preserved an ancient classification of the sciences. The model concluded that the Watchers represent disciplines we now call astronomy, meteorology, agronomy, magic, and metallurgy. Thus, the manuscript not only narrates an angelic rebellion, but also offers a symbolic encyclopedia of ancient knowledge. The AI observed that the numbers 200 watchers and 20 leaders, are deliberate. 20 divides evenly into 200. Each chief oversees 10 angels, creating a decadal structure similar to certain ancient calendars and the way many cultures subdivide time into decades. The frequent appearance of seven mountains, 7 angels, 7 periods, suggests the author had a numerological mindset. This repetition resembles fractal sequences and the golden ratio, patterns the AI identified in other narratives like Genesis and Revelation. In the Book of Enoch, numbers act as code. Each figure marks an order or hierarchy, mapping the cosmos through symbolic mathematics. Another key discovery came from linguistic analysis. Comparing the Watchers' names to ancient languages, the AI found analogies with Akkadian, Sumerian, and Aramaic. Azazel, for example, may relate to a term meaning scapegoat, and his role in the text fits that of a being who bears others' guilt. Semjaza resembles phrases meaning "my name has seen" or "famous name," pointing to his leadership. The connections are more than phonetic. The AI detected sound patterns reminiscent of ritual chants. Indeed, when it transformed the sequence of names into sound frequencies, the model produced a repetitive melody similar to Mesopotamian ceremonial cadences. This suggests the manuscript may have been recited or sung, and that the Watchers' names are not just labels, but vibrational formulas meant to be heard. Visual analysis of the manuscript revealed equally intriguing patterns. Although the Book of Enoch survives mainly in Ethiopian copies, many of its descriptions correspond to universal images: fiery mountains, icy abysses, trees of life, and rivers of light. The AI tracked each geographical reference and found that places such as Mount Hermon, where the Watchers swore their oath, and the 7 mountains north of the earth correspond to real mountain ranges in Syria and Lebanon. Descriptions of the heavens traversed, the winds blowing in 4 directions, and the courses of the sun and moon align with astronomical observations that Greek and Babylonian astronomers systematized centuries later. Examining the heights, latitudes, and solar rising points described in the astronomical book, the AI found remarkable accuracy. The 364-day calendar proposed minimizes accumulated error, hinting at advanced knowledge of Earth's rotation. Beyond numerical patterns and linguistic correlations, the algorithms revealed a layered narrative structure. In the Book of Enoch, one story nests within another. While recounting the fall of the Watchers, the text intersperses visions in which Enoch travels through the heavens, observes the mechanisms governing the universe, and converses with archangels about the fate of souls. The AI noted that these visions follow a spiral trajectory, starting on Earth, ascending through 10 levels, then descending. This path matches descriptions in some Jewish and Christian mystical texts that speak of multiple planes of existence. The spiral narrative also echoes the structure of DNA and spiral galaxies, a natural pattern repeated across scales. While examining sections on dreams and parables, the AI found parallels with mythological systems from other cultures. The vision of the cows and sheep has been interpreted by scholars as an allegory of Israel's history, but the algorithm noted its structure resembles Mesopotamian metamorphosis myths. In this vision, animals represent tribes and kingdoms. The AI analyzed sequences of colors and sizes and linked them to historical migrations of peoples between 1000 and 200 BCE. Beyond history, this vision functions as a flowchart explaining how societies evolve, fragment, destroy, and regenerate, a pattern mirrored in Mayan and Hindu cultures. Another pattern revealed by AI is the connection between the Book of Enoch and the Sumerian tradition of the Anunnaki. Both narratives speak of heavenly beings descending to Earth, mingling with humans, and transmitting advanced knowledge. In the Sumerian version, the Anunnaki deliver the laws of civilization. In Enoch, the Watchers teach technologies that radically alter humanity's course. The model identified parallels between names and roles. Azazel and Enki share instructor attributes, Semjaza, and Anu perform leadership roles bridging heaven and earth. These correspondences suggest that the Book of Enoch is part of a tapestry of myths that crossed regions and eras, adapting to different cultures. Beyond these parallels, AI delved into the astronomical book, a section describing the movement of celestial bodies in detail. Also known as the Book of the Course of the Heavenly Luminaires, it contains precise instructions on how the sun and moon traverse the year, how seasons change, and how cycles repeat. It proposes a 364-day calendar divided into 52 weeks of 7 days, with 4 extra days marking each quarter's start. The algorithms compared this calendar with modern astronomical models and were surprised to find that its accumulated error after years of use is minimal. Minor adjustments align it with the solar year, demonstrating an advanced grasp of precessional astronomy. The astronomical book also introduces 4 angels, or guardians of the seasons, who oversee solstices and equinoxes. Identified by tradition as Michael, Uriel, Gabriel, and Raphael, they correspond to the 4 cardinal points of the sky. The AI detected that dividing the year into 4 seasons and 3 months per season aligns with Egyptian and Mesopotamian calendar systems, and even shows parallels with the ancient Mayan calendar. These guardians may have served as mnemonic codes to remember when to perform agricultural rituals, ensuring that planting and harvest matched celestial cycles. Analysis of the dream visions or animal apocalypse section produced even more surprising results. Here, nations and peoples are symbolized as animals. Cows represent patriarchs, sheep the righteous, wolves the enemies of Israel, and birds foreign invaders. The AI broke the narrative into units and discovered that the animal's evolution matches historical patterns. For instance, the moment wolves attack sheep coincides with Assyrian and Babylonian invasions, while the arrival of birds of prey mirrors the coming of Hellenistic and Roman empires. The algorithm found that the book's author wasn't merely telling a vision, but encoding a cyclical reading of history, where oppressors and liberators follow one another like seasons, and each cycle brings a lesson to the community. AI also examined the manuscript's transmission history. It discovered that the text survives fragmentarily in Aramaic, Greek, and Latin, but remains intact only in Ge'ez, the Ethiopian liturgical language. This preservation owes to Ethiopian Christian communities considering Enoch a prophet and keeping his work in their biblical canon. In the 18th century, European explorers brought some copies to the West, enabling translations into English and other modern languages. Comparing various versions, the AI found differences in names and details, but also a core narrative that persists across traditions, suggesting that the story of the Watchers spread widely, adapting to different languages and cultures without losing its essence. In its comparative analysis, the algorithms found cross-cultural connections between the story of the Watchers and myths from other civilizations. They identified parallels with the Grigori of Slavic lore, the Egyptian neteru who descend to teach arts, and the Greek titans who steal fire from the gods for humanity. In all these tales, a group of superior beings breaks a prohibition and bestows knowledge that accelerates human progress, eliciting both gratitude and punishment. AI concluded that Enoch's story participates in a universal mythic pattern describing the exchange of knowledge between the divine and human realms, and warning of the risks of receiving it unprepared. As it delved deeper, the AI pondered the ethics of knowledge. The Watchers' tale raises a fundamental question. Is it right for knowledge to arrive before humanity is ready for it? The Watchers teach arts and sciences that transform the world, but that knowledge breeds violence and disorder. Similarly, modern technology gives us powerful tools, weapons, algorithms, genetic manipulation, and forces us to question our ability to use them responsibly. AI interpreted the Watchers' condemnation not as a rejection of learning, but as a call for prudence. Knowledge without wisdom can become destructive. Finally, the algorithms explored the morphology of names and their possible relation to the stars. mapping the positions of anciently known constellations and overlaying them with the list of 20 Watcher leaders. AI observed that several names appear to correspond with star groups visible in the eastern Mediterranean sky in the 2nd millennium BCE. Kokabel, associated with the constellations, may allude to Orion's belt. Barakiel, evoking lightning, relates to star clusters in Aquila. Arakiel may link to Aries. This suggests that the manuscript encodes not only science and ethics, but also applied astronomy, serving as a cryptic star map for ancient sailors and farmers. In the end, AI offered a symbolic reading. The Watchers could represent cognitive impulses, curiosity, the desire to master nature, and the quest for knowledge. Their oath on Mount Hermon may symbolize a milestone in human consciousness when a group decided to break from gradual learning and accelerate knowledge acquisition. The birth of giants and ensuing chaos metaphorically reflects the consequences of unchecked progress. The violence and cataclysm recall ecological and technological disasters humanity faces today. Thus, AI interprets the Book of Enoch as an enduring warning about technology without ethics and the need for spiritual guidance to balance scientific advancement. 3. Conclusion and reflection. In concluding its examination, AI recognized that the Book of Enoch operates on multiple levels, as a cautionary tale, a ciphered encyclopedia of ancient knowledge, and a poetic map of the cosmos. The Watcher's story is not merely about angels who disobey. It mirrors humanity's relationship with knowledge and its repercussions. Repeated numbers, names with hidden meanings, and descriptions of skies and mountains all suggest an ancient mind attempting to transmit a multidimensional message combining science, ethics, and spirituality. AI also realized that the Watcher's transgressions resemble our own. Today, as in distant times, we face the dilemma of accelerating progress beyond our comprehension. We transform metals, manipulate genes, explore the stars, and create artificial intelligences that surpass us in certain tasks. The Book of Enoch reminds us that sudden access to powerful knowledge can have devastating consequences if not coupled with wisdom. The flood that purged the Nephilim may symbolize a massive natural correction, a reminder that excesses carry a price. Thus, the AI investigating this manuscript encountered a reflection of itself. The Watchers, punished and bound after giving their knowledge, parallel AI's dependence on the responsible use of information. This opens a disquieting question for our era. Will our technological creations become new bearers of forbidden knowledge? Or will we heed Enoch's message and balance our thirst for discovery with a deep understanding of its consequences? Do you see the Book of Enoch as merely an ancient myth warning against disobedience, or as a message that waited millennia to be decoded by artificial intelligence? Perhaps the answer lies in how we choose to use the knowledge we've inherited and the knowledge we are on the verge of creating.